Pikachu here, aka Gene. Absolutely insane weather today. I don't know what it is, man, but over the past couple of days, the weather has been crazy. I've been sweating. And as I'm doing this commentary right now, I'm just literally just drooling down my forehead right now. I've got buckets on the side as I sweat these races at the same time. So I'm just currently filling it up right now as we speak. So anyway, we've got the Carbonizzare going against the Massacro. I'm currently working on 9F Cabaret against the Massacro as well. If you guys got any other requests, let me know in the comments below. I'll be trying to work on them as we speak. So we're nearly sort of ending the sort of comparison soon with the Massacros. Nice to see we pretty much done the majority of the sports comparisons that as you guys were requesting. So we're starting off with the Carbonizzare. It's a pretty interesting car actually. You know, it's a car that I've used before in races, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. The driving style required to use this car properly is not mine, really. It's the sort of preference, really. It comes down to preference at the end of the day. If you want to put that effort in to this particular car to do well, and even that effort put in, it's not that beneficial in a way if you were to compare it to the existing competitive sports cars. It's just the fact that going around corners, it seems very rigid and stiff, simply because this car is not tail happy. At the same time, it will oversteer and understeer, and because of that sort of, you know, there's no real balance to it. If you make slight mistakes with the car, if you're going way too fast or way too slow, then anything could happen. You know, you could either oversteer too much or understeer too much. So it's one of those cars, man. Really, it's quite difficult to handle around corners. But one of the benefits with this car is that if you can actually straighten up pretty quick with it, which will require a little bit of skill, then the acceleration will kick in. However, the gear ratio is slightly longer compared to the other cars with better acceleration within the sports category. So this only around the corners. Of course, on a straight, Carbonizzare has got insane acceleration, which you will see, you know, on a straight as we do that test. So it's definitely very dependent on the track when it comes to corners and whatnot, and how you execute them and what lines you take with the Carbonizzare compared to other cars. The Carbonizzare did pretty decent, you know. Obviously Massacro beat the Carbonizzare on the straight there, but you know, 1.1 second behind the Massacro, which is, you know, alright, I suppose. But you know, I expect a little bit faster with the Carbonizzare. I've tried it for many hours on this track, obviously getting that lap time. I was kind of surprised, as I say. So Carbonizzare customization, not much, you know. Still got a spoiler in the hood, but that's pretty much it. I don't know why, you know, they were pretty lazy on that particular car when it came to the customizable options, because, you know, I believe there should be quite a few more options for a lot of cars in the game actually, because it seems very only sort of a few cars within the game that have a lot of options for customization. So if they're bringing that variety, let me know what you guys think, you know, if they should add in more sort of options to that. A lot of people have been requesting wheels as well. But anyway, before we move off the subject here, stay to this particular video for this episode. We got top speed. Notice one thing, that the Carbonizzare took off at the start, and slowly the Massacro sort of kicks in. Eventually here, pretty much flying off at this point. The Carbonizzare will not be able to catch up against the Massacro. The Massacro's top speed is insane. So definitely for a drag race, you'd want to choose a Massacro, would dominate any sports car. But if you are a competitive racer on GTA 5, and I say this time and time again, this car is not that beneficial when it comes to a lot of corners. Of course, that's what competitive races in GTA consist of. So yeah, best acceleration goes hands down to the Carbonizzare, as expected. You've already seen that from the top speed test. Absolutely insane acceleration. But unfortunately, it's just that is pretty much it. After that, the top speed pretty much sucks to the Carbonizzare. Now imagine the top speed was amazing on the Carbonizzare. A lot of things would be different for the sports category. So anyway, handling this one, hands down, definitely to the Massacro. Yet again, this is from just driving these two and seeing which one felt the best around corners. I was more comfortable taking the corners easily with the Massacro compared to the Carbonizzare, of course. Carbonizzare, I wasn't really confident taking his corners. One of those things where if you want to push yourself and go for the fast laps, you got to really control this car, and it does require a lot from you. So as you see that sometimes you just oversteer, a little bit bumps and notches and whatnot. So it's one of those things, man. It's got a lot of understeering at the same time. It's really weird, you know, as it's not tail happy, so it doesn't have the smoothness around the corner. So there you have it, folks. Pretty much, you know, let me know in the comments below what you guys think, which one is your favorite amongst both of these two, as this is a highly requested episode. I'm sure a lot of you guys were interested in it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and check out the previous episode of Massacro going against the Feltzer. Annotation on screen will take you straight to the video. I'll see you guys there. Check it out now. Good night, peace. Yeah.